The Sir Darryl Radio Experience.
People of Earth, it's me, your leader, Darryl, Sir Darryl, of the Sir Darryl Radio Experience, host of the most listened to radio program on Earth. I just looked down at my phone, my iPhone as it were. The hell is that? Can't take this. I looked down at my iPhone and it said that my voicemail was on for like 10 seconds. Now, the phone hasn't been picked up in the last 10 seconds. It was just sitting there. And it's on, silent. So that shouldn't be a deal. That shouldn't be any sort of an issue. But it's on silent, and somehow it dialed into voicemail. And I don't see how this could be because I didn't pick up this phone. I didn't grab it. I didn't artificially manipulate it. I didn't drop it and then forget exactly where it was dropped. None of that happened. It just came on by itself. This, people, is a very weird reality. It just came on, meaning the light came on the iPhone. I think that there's something run amok here. I think that either we have ghosts and spirits in our house that have followed me into the bunker and is artificially manipulating my phone. Either that or my phone's dead or about to die. I don't know really what to think about this, though, because, realistically, if I have a ghost or a spirit that's in this house, I know the people who lived in this location prior to my being here. I know the people that were here. They didn't mention to me anything about anyone dying, all right? So, we would probably be going back quite some time. In fact, I think that they had this property built. So, theoretically, maybe this was some sort of a burial ground or maybe an old Indian burial ground or something like that. That theoretically could be that this location that I'm broadcasting from is right on top of a bunch of corpses that have been in the ground for quite some time, which would explain some of the paranormal activity that takes place around the bunker. I'm not ruling that out. But what I am going to say is that if that is true, then we have a completely different type of a scenario to deal with. We've got to consider whether or not someone born 50, 100 years ago, even in the afterlife, would be able to utilize an iPhone or an iPod or utilize any of the modern technology that's happening here. Now, the bunker that I broadcast from is full of modern day technology. You've got flat screen televisions, you have laptops, as it were. There is a rack for the server, and it's full of computers. I've got a green screen on the other side, a camera pointed towards the television studio portion of the bunker. All of that. And all of that is up to the modern times technology. And it just doesn't seem like a ghost or a spirit from 100 years ago would be able to work this technology. But that actually might explain why it's happening, because maybe they can't work it properly, Maybe they're attempting to modify the command center and then a computer breaks down, because, it's like if a child were to get on the computer system and try to click around, they would screw something up and it might go down versus having the reaction that the child wanted when the child got on it. We've got to consider all of this. And maybe the ghost is not necessarily trying to create havoc in the radio show. Maybe the ghost is simply trying to learn the technology that's being presented to him or her and has not been able to do that yet because it doesn't have a guide, because I'm not teaching it. And probably all of the people that it hangs around with in the afterlife, they come into the bunker and they're looking around and they're like, what the hell? I actually have human beings that are alive today that come down to the bunker and look around, and they don't know what the hell to make of this. So if they can't deal with it effectively, I guess I'd be an idiot to realistically expect that somebody from the afterworld would be able to utilize this technology correctly. And that actually might explain everything. Everything. I think I may have actually just figured it out. I don't have ghosts here that are trying to ruin me. I've got ghosts that are trying to learn technology because of me. And because they're not being taught properly, they're screwing everything up. Wow, it's very interesting. It's very interesting how when you sit back and you think about everything and you put everything into perspective, that you're able to come out and figure it all out.
The Sir Darryl Radio